What's up guys, HOTSHOTFRONTIER back at it again with another video. In today's video, we're back to another cards that you should buy before it's too late. And of course, we're going to start off with the Curry Photon. So why this card? One, it is a light fiend monster. We talked about this before, so it's great for Fiendsmith, but also it's good protection against FTK and OTK strategies like Gimmick Puppet and of course Tenpai, because you can send this card from your hand to graveyard, pay 2,000 and take no damage for the rest of the turn. It's kind of broken, and if you want the high rarity copy, technically it's a super rare because it's from the Advent Calendar 2019, which came out, well, in 2019. And we do have the ultra rare copy, which is slightly cheaper, or if you just want to grab your commons for about, well, under $1 really. So definitely grab 3 of this card before it is too late. Let's move on to the next one here, and that is Gamer Choice, their pre-sales. So I'm recording this a day before, but for you guys that are watching it as it's being released, you still have time to pick up their pre-orders, because it actually probably expires for you when you see this video about 3 or 4 hours. And the reason you really should is because there are still a lot of sales here, right? You have the Dominus Purge, which we will talk about later. You do have the Fiendsmith Track, which is pretty much market price right now. Molly Charmy is slightly up, so I would avoid this. Same thing with the Rabbit, it is slightly up. But if we go further down, you can see that the Millennium Ankh is still $5 on TCG Player. It's actually 15. So definitely grab it here if you're going to be playing the strategy. You can grab 3 copies for the price of 1. So not a bad pick. And there's still other deck cores available here and just single cards. So make sure you grab everything you need before the sale ends. Going on to TCG Player, we have, of course, the 25th Anniversary Rarity Collection 2. And the reason I talk about this again is because Sealed is down, and also the cards inside are incredibly down. They've been probably the worst, I guess, drop it has been for this set so far. And you can see right now, IP Masquerena is $35. We have Crossout for $38. Now, when I looked at this before, it was $37, so it is slightly going up. That's a card that you 100% need at 3 if you're going for high rarity. It's such an important card in this meta. But going further down, something like Droll and Lockbird is $25, and with DD Crow also $25. And I do want to note is that, you know, this card, the huge problem with this set is the fact that a lot of cards in here are printed in Core Central Secret Rare, but they also have counterparts in other rarities. Like, something I do want to point out is the fact that Droll Lockbird and DD Crow both have high rarity printings outside this set. With DD Crow, you have that ulti plus that Starlight Rare, and with Droll Lockbird, you have that ulti. So it's going to be hard for these specific rarities to compete right off the bat. You have to remember, you know, you can pick them up now and then slowly keep them in your collection, and they will go up in price. But that's something you really should consider getting. Staples plus Magician Souls, you guys should really pick this card up. It's still $20, and it's a great card to have at 3. Okay, remember when this card was added ultra rare, even the reprinted ultra rares, it was still consistently like 17, 18 bucks. So having it in the high rarity printing now, trust me, these cards will go up for sure. Now, the Garura, this card also is a great pick because, you know, historically, when Garura came out as an ultra rare from Power of the Elements, it was high in price because it's such a broken card. So to see this card in its highest rare printing ever, it's something you definitely should have for your deck, for your strategy, or again, if you're just keeping it for your collection, it's good on all fronts. Now, going into the next card here, we do have Cyber Dragon. So I did pick out some cards that I think are really low right now, and they're still Core Central Secret Rare, and you should kind of consider grabbing them before they go up in price. So Cyber Dragon is a great pick because it's good for older format, and if you still want to play the Cyber Dragon strategy. Next up, we do have the Rescue Cat, very good for older formats as well, and it's still relatively very low in price. Next up is the Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, great for older formats. I believe the Pure Ice Barrier build uses a Trishula, so that's still good as well. And again, it's very low, so I would highly pick it up because I think it's just an amazing synchro monster all around. So it's something to just kind of have in your collection, and if you are going to use it, great. If not, make sure your binder looks shiny. Going on to our next pick here, we have the Dominus Purge. We talked about this before with Gamer Choice. They had it on there, and I highly recommend that you guys pick it up. So if you can pick it up for $10 on TCG Player here, it is slightly up. Actually, it's a little bit below, so go either or. But I kind of want to read this card because it's insane. If your opponent controls a card, you can activate this card from your hand. When a card or effect is activated that includes an effect that adds a card from the deck to the hand, negate that effect. Then if you have a trap card in your graveyard, destroy that card. Now, if you activated this card from your hand, you cannot activate the effects of dark, water, or fire monsters for the rest of this duel. So first of all, this hand trap is broken, okay? The fact that it's similar to something like Ash Blossom. Now, you also get the additional effect if you control a trap card in your graveyard, you can destroy that card, which is pretty good, honestly, in this format. The only downside is you cannot play strategy with dark, water, or fire, or if you do, you pretty much lock yourself out of effects with those cards for the rest of the duel. So I'm sure there will be decks that will break this card, and for this card to be under 10 right off the bat is crazy to me. Okay, you guys should definitely have 3 copies of this card. Let's not even play ourselves here, okay? Next up, guys, we do have an affiliate code over at Game Nerds. I talked about them before, but if you have not heard, they're an amazing online resale store. They have a bunch of card games like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Magic, Lorcana, and the new Star Wars Unlimited. If you guys have not tried that out, I'll definitely show you some more on the channel. But they also have sleeves and a bunch of other stuff like dice. Definitely go ahead and check them out. They do run a bunch of sales on their website as well, so you might catch them on a good day and grab something that you've been wanting to for the collection. Now, all you have to do is hit that link down below, buy whatever you do need, and anything that you do buy does support me, so I appreciate it. And if not, just check out what they have. I still appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. But let's get right back into the video, of course, on cards that you should buy before it's too late. And with Phantom of Ubel, it's something that you should highly consider, because once this wins Nats, potentially, just potentially, I'm not saying it will, if it does, this card will skyrocket because it's an insane effect. You most likely have it at 2 or 3, and it's just the ability to change your opponent's effect to whatever you want it to be, which is, of course, destroy a Ubel card from your hand, deck, or field, is broken. Now, you usually run multiple copies because the first one's usually for combo, the second one's probably an end board piece, and the third one's more like mid-game, right? So think of it like that. If you are playing the deck, figure it out now if you are playing the deck, because you definitely want to go ahead and grab copies, or if you're running an engine, a Ubel engine in your build. Going on to the next thing here, we do have Imperial Iron Wall. This is great against something like Ritual Beast that really focuses on banishing. You can just say no to that if they don't out it, and that's pretty much it. But it's insanely cheap. I don't think that if you kind of want to, you can go ahead and grab the Joey's World Ultra Rares. But if not, just grab some rares under $1 and you guys are good. Going on to our next pick, we do have the Fable Lurry. Now, it's an ongoing debate. I don't know if this card is getting reprinted. If it did get reprinted, I think it might go into the Bonanza Core Sentry, last set to have Core Sentry Secret Rare set. I potentially think so, just because it matches well with, they know that this card is the card for Fiendsmith, and if it is sort of their last time to kind of like rarity bump it, right? So I personally think it might go in there. If not, though, grab a common for about $6-7, but hold out. I mean, who knows what's gonna happen, right? Going on to our next pick, we do have this Silent Graveyard, a card that is insane against graveyard strategies. So especially it's really good against the Fiendsmith engine as well. So if you don't have your copies, grab ultras for under $1 and you're good this format. Next up, guys, is the Full Armored Dark Knight Lancer. The Core Sentry Secret Rare from Age of Overlord. Now, one, it's a great engine if you're just looking to have a cheap copy, grab the ultra rare for a few dollars. If not, though, you're looking for an investment, definitely grab this card. If we look back at December, it was around $25. Now it is around $40, but I definitely see this card in the future going way up in price. So this is still a good entry point to get this card, or if you can get this card even cheaper, around $30, that would be the best. Moving on, though, we have Rock of the Vanisher from OTS24. It is great for Vanquish Soul, of course, as you guys know, and it's only around $5 to $6. I personally think this is a good card to actually get a few of and then flip later on, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And of course, guys, the last thing we're going to talk about is Momento. Now, post Infinite Forbidden, it did receive new support, which is great for the deck. The deck has actually been going up in price a while ago, around May and June. But if you do want to go ahead and play the deck, you may have to pay these prices and potentially pay lower prices, because if the deck does very well, it'll go even further in price. Something to just kind of keep in mind, of course. But this deck is pretty cool, and I would love to see it succeed in the meta. But if you guys like the video, make sure you give it a huge like, comment down below your thoughts on the video. Of course, did we miss out any cards? And if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so you're updated the moment I upload new videos. All right, guys, that's it for me. Hope you have a good rest of your day or night, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.